Hey guys, my name is Vanessa and welcome back to my channel. Today I thought that I should pack my hospital bag because I have not done so yet, and I am 38 weeks pregnant in a couple days. So I think it's time to get going on this. I have been slowly buying things that I need for it or putting things aside, so I wasn't too worried. If I had to, I could just kind of throw it all in a bag, but I'm happy to finally be getting this started. So I thought I would bring you along to see what I'm packing. So this is my second baby over here. Second time I'm packing it. I do think the first time that I packed my hospital bag, I pretty much nailed it. I'm very happy with what I brought, but I'm making a few adjustments this time since I have learned from that first experience. So let's jump into it, and I will break this down by different categories. I am packing for myself, baby, and for my husband. I'm gonna try and have it all in one bag. So yeah, let's just get into it. So let me start off with the category of electronics. These categories will be in no order, just kind of going through them. So I'm bringing two really long phone chargers, one for myself and one for my husband. I don't remember it being too big of an issue trying to find somewhere to plug them in, but it is nice to have a really long one because you just don't know where your bed is and how that's all gonna work. So two really long phone chargers. I am also bringing a speaker with the charger. I have no idea if I'm gonna wanna listen to music this time or not, but I thought, let's just bring it. Last time I had a spa playlist on for a while. I just wanted some kind of background noise. So anyway, speaker and a charger. I thought this time I would bring a phone stand for when we're FaceTiming people and things like that. It doesn't take up much room, so I kind of thought, why not pack it? But yeah, then this way I could actually hold up my phone, a little tripod for the phone if we want to FaceTime people and things like that. I am also bringing, okay, you might laugh, but I'm bringing fairy lights. I do already have batteries in here, making sure they're ready to go. But yeah, I'm bringing fairy lights. So the hospital here does have dimmable lights, which is really nice. So I remember, in the middle of the night or whatever you just want to calm, like it didn't have to be bright lights. There are dimmable lights. Last time I packed it a little egg night light thing that we keep in the nursery. I'm leaving that at home this time. I don't need it. But the fairy lights were just kind of like a cute little vibe. Like every time the nurses would come in, they're like, oh, it's so cute in here. Like I just got Ryan to kind of, quickly put it like by the window, or when we moved into the other room, just quickly hang it somewhere. Like it wasn't, set up like properly to stay there forever. It was just something cute. And I don't know, it was just like a nice little vibe. So I'm packing the fairy lights again, just one pack. That's enough. Just make it nice and easy. And why not? They're small. Next, I'm packing a fan. I have this fan for his diaper bag in the summertime. Last time I was really hot and then really cold during labor. So I have no idea what to expect this time. We'll see what happens. The hospital did have, I guess every hospital would, but they'd prepared like a little ice water container thing and some face cloths. And so Ryan would kind of, dip a face cloth in there, wring it out, and then put it on my forehead to cool me down. I kept wanting it like on and off. Like I didn't want it like steady on. I think between contractions, I wanted it off or the opposite. But anyway, I kind of wanted on and off. So I thought, why not? Let's bring the fan this time. I needed to let Ryan know that it's actually in the suitcase so that he knows to grab it. But a fan to help me cool off. For all of these electronics, I am going to make sure that everything is charged ahead of time, and I'm bringing chargers for all of them. So luckily our phone charger fits in this one, so I don't have to worry about bringing extra charger just for the fan, so that's good. Okay, so let's move on to the next category. I'm going to focus it on myself for a little bit here. Okay, so first off, labor stuff. It's so hard to know how long you're going to be at the hospital for. Everyone has such a different experience, so I'm trying to set things aside. But obviously I can still grab these if I stay at home. Last time with my first baby, I got induced at a week late, and I was there like right from when I got induced to when I had the baby. I did not go home in between, so I was there for a good 48 hours, and had my entire labor over at the hospital. So, I'm planning for being there for a while, but if I want to grab the stuff at home, I can do that. That's easy. What do I want to start off with? Let's do combs. Last time I had bought this so last minute, just before having the baby. Got it from Walmart. I was like, okay, where is there like a thicker comb that I can use and try it for like the acupressure? Tried for the acupressure. I ended up loving having the comb. I had it like almost my entire labor. I would switch between my two hands, like even right after the baby was born when I was still having mild contractions and whatnot. I remember telling Ryan, grab me the comb again, like I need a second. So since then I've bought an actual labor comb. It's a wooden one and there's a little string on it. I'll show you what it looks like in here. And comes with a little string, a little wooden one, and it says, it's not pain, it's power. Isn't that cute? So another one to hold. So obviously that looks a little nicer than having like the whole long comb, but this like totally worked last time. I was happy to have it and I'm definitely bringing it again. So next I am bringing a bathing suit, 2-piece, and a plastic bag to be able to put the bathing suit after when it's wet. So this is in case I want to labor at all in the bath or in the shower. So I know you can't go have a bath once your water's broken. Last time my water broke like within an hour of getting induced. So I'm expecting it to happen early again, but I mean, I have no idea what's gonna happen, so we'll see. But if I'm at the hospital for a while and I wanna take a shower while I'm in labor, I have a bathing suit to just feel a little more like a human. And I'm definitely bringing some flip-flops to have in the shower. Yeah, just to make sure I have flip-flops for the shower while I'm there, and I have those in a bag as well. Next is something that you might not have thought of. I am bringing a notebook with a pen. So last time when I was in labor, Ryan was smart enough to randomly think of this, to just text me updates. Obviously I wasn't looking at my phone, but he was texting me updates like, okay, you know, 7 p.m. water broke, 11 p.m. this happened, 1 a.m. epidural, and was just kind of listing all of the things that happened. And after, it was really nice to be able to look back and be like, oh yeah, so like, what happened? Because it's all a blur. It all happened like so quick and also so slow. So it's nice to be able to actually have those timelines. So this time I'm bringing a book where he can just quickly write some notes down. And then we're also going to use this once the baby's born. So I could probably pull up the pages, but last time when we came home, once the baby was born, we were taking notes of every time the baby peed, pooped, and when I was feeding the baby. Like, we had a whole log going of when I would take, you know, my Tylenol, my Advil, like spread it all out. So it was very, yeah, there was like a whole bunch of pages that we did this for. But it was very useful to have it all written down. So I definitely recommend bringing a notebook with you. Another thing for while in labor, snacks. And I guess after labor too. I'm bringing a variety of different bars, granola bars, Cliff bars, Sunripe, gummies, things like that. I also plan on trying to get try and bring some fruit with me. Last time I had some pomegranates that Ryan ended up coming back home to grab and brought to the hospital. I was so happy to have them once the baby was born. Having something that was refreshing and juicy and sweet, it just hit the spot. That was what I needed. So I'm gonna try and maybe bring some grapes or something easy that's, you know, that I can pack. There is a fridge at the hospital, so we can put it in there. I'm not worried about that. So I'm also bringing with me a folder and some extra pens. I have not done it yet, but I need to print off the forms that I need to request a private room at the hospital. So that's something that I definitely want to request. And I'm bringing this because I know last time they gave me a whole bunch of papers and whatever, you know, they give, I don't want to get all ripped in the suitcase. So I will have a designated spot to put all the papers that I get and that I need over here, and pens to be able to sign the forms and whatnot. Okay, so now let's go over clothes that I'm bringing for myself. So I plan on wearing this when I am in labor. So last time I did not wear a hospital gown at all. Totally up to you if you'd like to wear one. I don't know. I just remember I was like really hot and I didn't want like that material on me. So I had one of these. When the baby was born, you know, they obviously put the baby right on my chest and it got very dirty. Surprisingly got cleaned after. I was shocked when I put it in the wash that it actually came out looking brand new. So this is a different color one, but yes, I am bringing this. So if it does get all gross and I cannot wash it, I don't care. It was just a cheap nursing bra, but at least it'll be something comfy for me to be in. And I know it worked out well last time with the epidural and whatever that they need access to. It worked out well. I am bringing a couple extra ones. I got this crazy yoga one and it's super soft, so just to have something a little cozy. Once I've showered, to be able to wear something different than what I was wearing when I'm in labor will feel nice. So I'm bringing this, and I'm bringing an extra one just in case I want the different style, where there's the clip down. So I'm bringing with me 2 pairs of grippy socks and some extra underwear. Last time I obviously wore underwear to the hospital, and then I just remember wanting another pair. Like, I think my water broke so early that, you know, I didn't need to be either naked or in whatever else the hospital had, and I still want to be in my underwear, but then I didn't have any like dry ones or something. So I'm bringing extra underwear that I do not care if I throw out after. Just bringing a couple pairs with me just in case. I'm bringing 1 set of pajamas. So I have some shorts. I have a button-down shirt, obviously the easiest for nursing, don't have to worry about anything else there, and a pair of pajama pants. And I'm also bringing a pair of black sweatpants. So what I learned last time, bring more than 1 pair of pants with you if it's like, you know, pant season. I'm bringing a pair of shorts just because I do run hot, so I want another option in case I'm hot. But last time I dirtied my pants really early on and then I had to wear shorts even though I wanted to wear pants. If you're like me, I try not to overpack, but pack another pair of clothes just in case. So I do think I'll also bring a pair of leggings, probably the ones that I'm wearing, I guess, but just to have something else to put on. I'm also bringing 1 sweater with me, so I'll have this. It fits over the bump, so I know I'll definitely be comfortable in it after as well. Okay, now let's go over a few postpartum items. So I'm bringing with me, like I did last time, my Peri bottle. The hospital does provide one over here, a squirt bottle, but it doesn't have like the angle on it. It just, you know, goes straight out. I loved this thing last time. I used it all the time. I had to buy a brand new one because little embarrassing, but last time when I was done using this, I was like, okay, let me give this a really good clean for next time. So I put it in the sanitizer and it melted it. So I had a moment there. So I had to buy a brand new one, but this thing was great. So it's nice and small. I'm bringing it to the hospital with me. I'm bringing 2 packs of the Freedom Mom, what are they called? Ice pads, ice maxi pads. I had used one at the hospital last time. I don't remember if I felt like a big difference with it, with the cooling pads, but the nurse was encouraging me to use it since I had it. So I thought, you know what, why not? Let's bring it again. I will try these. And I will also bring the Freedom Mom boy shorts with it, just because I think they would pair together really well, whereas the hospital ones are just like a lot baggier and meant for like those giant pads that I showed in my previous video. And I'm also bringing 1 adult diaper, underpants, whatever you want to call it, with me, just in case when I'm going home, that's what I feel more comfortable in versus the giant pad. We'll see. I know that the hospital is going to have everything that I need, but these are just things that I think might be a little nicer for me to have my own. So I'm bringing it just in case. Doesn't take up too much room anyway. Okay, next is a toiletries bag. So I'm bringing a hairbrush. We don't use this one often, so it's great. I could just throw it in the bag, don't have to worry about it. And so I try to pack all these things where I know I don't need it in the next little bit, so I could put as much in here to not have to think about it. All right, so let's go through it quickly. Bringing some scrunchies and hair elastics just to have lots, have them hanging around. I'm bringing a toothbrush for myself and for my husband. Some toothpaste that we can share as well. And some floss. I'm packing Q-tips. I am bringing shampoo and conditioner, as well as face wash. So last time I really enjoyed taking a shower at the hospital. I remember it'd probably been about the 2-hour mark that baby was born. We've been in the labor and delivery room for 2 hours, and that's when they normally kick you out and move you on to the postpartum room. And then I remember the nurse kind of saying, hey, do you want a shower? Like, I can help, watch the baby while you do. And I was just like, what? I can shower? Like, I thought you guys would be in a rush to kick us out of this room and move on to the next. She was like, no, don't worry, like, go shower. And it just felt so nice because I got induced at 5 p.m. So it had already been, a whole day. And then I was in labor for like 21 hours. So it was just so nice to take a shower. So I'm definitely bringing everything that I need. The hospital had towels. I don't have to bring my own and worry about, bringing it back and washing it and staining it and this and that. So I'm just going to use the hospitals. I did not have an issue with that last time. I'm bringing some bio oil for my belly in case it's itchy and I want to put that on after the shower as well. I'm bringing some Advil and Tylenol for my husband in case he's not feeling well. The hospital won't give it to him. Obviously, they'll give me whatever I need. But if he's not feeling well, I need him there to support me. So I'm bringing what I can to help him out. I'm bringing my prenatal vitamins to be able to take as well. And makeup remover. I don't often wear makeup, but just in case I have any on, I have it with me here. And a nail file, because when I break a nail, it just drives me nuts. So I have that as well. Okay, so now for sleeping, I'm bringing my own little cozy blanket here. Obviously the hospital has lots of blankets, and I remember, you know, they would kind of bring you as many as you want, and pillows. I remember them having lots of pillows as well. But it's just nice to have, like, you know, your own little soft, cozy blanket. So I am bringing one with me here. I'm also packing my husband a sleeping bag so that he can stay warm at night. Last time we had packed an air mattress for him, a single air mattress, and it did work out. He slept on that. I feel like that was a pretty good idea. We're gonna pack it with us again, but we're gonna leave it in the car, not bring it with us right away. I think there is a slow leak in it, so that's why I'm hesitant to bring it again. But it worked out really well, bringing an air mattress and a sleeping bag so that he has something. Last minute, he will grab his own pillow and pack that, or bring that with him as well. Speaking of what I'm packing for my husband, I am packing him some clothes. So I have, you know, socks, underwear, shirts, pajamas, sweatpants, whatever, sweater, packing all that for him as well, whatever he does not need. So I've been keeping my packing list of what we need, of what's packed and what's gonna have to be grabbed last minute, because, you know, there's certain things that you just use every day or you wear every day that you don't want to have packed for, you know, potentially a month. It depends how early you're making your hospital bag. Putting together your hospital bag. Let me not forget, I am packing a water bottle. This will be a last minute thing, but I'm packing a water bottle. I had one last time and that was like the best decision. It's nice to have something that's leak proof. So if I want to like have it on the bed leaning against me, you know, nearby, I don't have to worry about it standing up. I can just have it close by. Nice to have a straw as well. And I just like my water really cold. So it's great. The hospital has an ice machine and cold water. I remember loving that. I'm bringing a bigger water bottle than last time because I remember he had to refill it a whole bunch of times. So this should last a little longer, which is great. Okay, let's move on to the next category now of baby stuff. What I'm bringing for baby. So I am packing a sound machine and some binkies. Last time, that's just what we did. We had the sound machine when baby was trying to sleep, just had it nearby, and we did offer a binky at the hospital. I also just ordered off of Amazon a couple baby blankets. So we don't know what the gender is of our baby. So I'm planning on bringing a pink blanket and a green blanket. And that way we could announce whatever the gender is with that. So I'm bringing some gender neutral outfits to go with the blanket. I have this one here. How small and tiny is this? I can't get over it. So we have this in a newborn. And there is a matching hat. So we have this here. Bringing a spare newborn outfit. I'm expecting the baby to wear newborn, especially at the very beginning, like when they have their legs always, you know, in the newborn scrunch. They don't, or at least I found that with my first baby, he didn't need the big outfits because he was never like stretching his legs. They were always scrunched up. And anyways, at the hospital, last time we had him just in a diaper and the hospital blankets like the entire time. We only put him in clothes when we were leaving. So we have two outfits in case a blowout happens right as we're leaving or right after we take the photo, who knows. But two newborn size outfits. And in case it's a big baby, also packing a 0 to 3 month one. And this one has the feet that can loop over or come out. So that way, in case the baby's really long, you never know, then this would accommodate a larger, you know, larger size baby, which is great. So something else I'm bringing for baby's announcement is this black and white board sign here with all of like the extra numbers and letters. So I've been taking my photos once a month with this here. So the last one was at 36 weeks. That's why that's still on here. But yeah, I do plan on bringing this with me as well. That's what we used last time to write baby's name, when he was born, you know, the date, time, how much he weighed, things like that. I'm also bringing a cute little sign. I'll show a picture here. One that says like, it's a boy, it's a girl, and then yeah, all the birth information on a third one there. So that'll be cute to have as well. Now, continuing with the baby stuff, I'm bringing a few baby wipes. So obviously I have lots of baby wipes in the house, already open containers, so I just threw a few in here, and I'll bring this with us. So the hospital, yes, has baby wipes, but they're different. I would describe them more as like a paper towel, but softer. And it's something that you have to like go to the sink to wet to then be able to use. So that's what I found inconvenient. If I'm changing the baby, then I kind of had to like go somewhere else to get, you know, the water to wet these wipes, come back and change baby. So obviously it's not the biggest deal to have to, you know, go wet these wipes to use them. You're not there for a long time, but I did think that I would bring my own this time just because I feel like it's gonna make it like that little bit easier and nicer of an experience. I know some people will use these as of now even, but this is the Haka Colostrum collector kit. So it has these little syringes here. We used these a lot when he was a newborn last time, because I was constantly pumping after trying to feed him, and whatever I got I would put in these here, and then we would feed it to him directly. So I'm bringing those with me. Last time the hospital gave me these little syringes here, and they had these little tiny like I think shot glass cups, where I would try and hand express into them and then use a syringe to pick it up and either feed it directly to him or put it in here. So anyway, I'll keep these close by in case I start to try to do that within this week and next week. But yeah, I will bring this to the hospital if not as well. Okay, so let me just look through my phone to see what I've missed off of my packing list here. So I will bring my GoPro with me. Last time I had filmed random bits of the labor and I posted a short video, but honestly, even if you just film it for yourself, I think it's really nice to just have those like memories, like even like filming like you driving to the hospital, you know, like what's going on at that time, like I don't know, just to have like those little bits. So I'm definitely gonna bring that with me as well. A car seat, we don't have it in the car yet. It's super easy to install, and after having a baby now, I feel very confident with our ability to install it quickly, so I'm going to keep that aside. But yes, a car seat is on the packing list as well. Last time I had brought a Dr. Ho, like the TENS machine, with me, but again, Ryan didn't know that it was in the bag, and I went honestly from like a 0 to a 7 real quick, so it may have been too late to use it anyway. But I don't think I'm gonna pack it this time. I'll see, maybe I'll leave it at home. I had actually borrowed it from someone last time, so we'll see if I ask them to borrow it again or not. But it didn't seem like that big of a thing. I also have a note to bring my wallet because I need ID with me at the hospital, so don't want to forget that. A couple things I wanted to add to my toiletries bag are deodorant and lip balm. Definitely bring lip balm with you. I just need to decide which one to bring with me. But I remember last time even the nurses kind of saying like, do you have lip balm? And I was like, yeah. And like they would make Ryan go through the bag to go get it and bring it to me. I wasn't thinking of it, but the nurses were. They saw how dry my lips were. It just gets so dry in there. And I guess all, like, you know, if you think about it, all of the heavy breathing, like when you get sick and you can't breathe through your nose properly, and, you know, just all that heavy breathing, you often get dry lips. So definitely bring lip balm with you. I also have a note to buy some juice boxes. Just if you like something sweet and refreshing at any time, bring those with you. I also need to find some applesauce pouches. So think like how the toddlers have it, you know, the squeezable pouch that you can just eat it right out of. Applesauce is a really good snack to bring with you for when you're in labor, because if you're nauseous and you have to puke it up, it's applesauce. It's easy, it's fine. It's something easy to eat and it just doesn't take too much energy. You can put it down. I remember last time the hospital gave me a couple popsicles and I didn't finish one on time and it was melting everywhere. So applesauce is just a really easy snack. Definitely recommend getting some of those. So that's still on my grocery list. And then yeah, just grabbing the air mattress at the last second as well. I was debating bringing my nursing pillow with me. I mean, I feel like it's something that if you have there, you would use it. But I don't know, just one of those things where it's like, do I really want to pack it with me to, you know, to bring over there? I'm trying to put everything just in one bag. Last time, you know, I even had the air mattress fit in the suitcase and with the sleeping bag and the extra blanket. Like, I just wanted one bag. So that's something I think that you could keep in the car as well. But that's, yeah, I think I'm gonna skip it for now. All right, so that really is all that I can think of what to pack. I'm trying not to overpack, but also bring everything that I need. Happy in between, right? But I do think I have it covered for what I need, baby needs, and my husband needs. So I think we got this down. I feel better now that I have this all set aside and we are ready, you know, at least this part is ready to go. Hey guys, so this is me from the future. I actually had my baby 7 weeks ago. And I was rewatching this video and I wanted to make some notes. Whether it's for you or for me, I thought it'd be helpful to add a few notes now that I've actually gone through the labor and delivery a second time. So here are the notes I have on my hospital bag. Don't mind me looking down, I'm just checking the notes I wrote on my phone. So looking back, I had a completely different labor than my first one, like night and day. First one I was induced in labor for 21 hours, and this time I had a 3-hour labor. I still can't process how short that was. So completely different labors. So I definitely did not need as much. This time I would have really benefited from a like grab and go bag. So our situation was things were happening so quickly. And so leaving the house, I was already, you know, like things were just moving so quick. And yes, I was still like with it and grabbing stuff and, you know, I knew what to get, but I would have really benefited from having like a backpack where when we got to the hospital, Ryan could have just grabbed a backpack and been hands-free to still help me. And he got me like a wheelchair and whatnot. Because, you know, he needs hands too to be able to go grab that. And like those really last minute things like, oh, I'm grabbing my water bottle, then he's holding that. Or, you know, I was worried I was going to like be sick in the car. So then I had the bowl. And for some reason I brought the bowl with me into the hospital. Just one of those things. So we had the car left down at the like drop off zone for my entire labor. So I didn't have anything that was in my hospital bag. So I really, yeah, now learning from this experience, if I could redo it, I definitely would have grabbed a backpack where I would have had it in my suitcase. And then if I knew I was having this kind of quick labor, I could tell Ryan, just grab the backpack. Like it has all my labor things in it. And if I was having to labor like my first one where we just casually walked in the hospital for an induction, then, you know, we have the hospital bag and like there's no rush. It's all good. So things that I did not use the fairy lights because again, it was so much shorter of a labor. The first one, you know, 21 hours, like Ryan definitely had time to put up some fairy lights. This one was so quick. And then when we were in the postpartum room, we just, you know, just one of those things. We didn't need the lights. A speaker I did not listen to any music this time. Again, it was so quick. I don't see wanting to listen to it postpartum either, so didn't use that. I did use actually some earbuds. I had those in my purse with me and I'm glad that I had them. So that is one thing you can bring. The fan I did not use. It was a different labor than the first one. The hospital forms for a private room, we did not fill those out prior. And then when we got there, I just kind of, you know, reminded Ryan to take care of it. And yeah, he told the nurses, so that was no big deal. Did not need those either. The sleeping bag and air mattress, so we didn't use those. This time Ryan was like, you know what, I'm just gonna see what the bed is like in the hospital, like the pull-out bed, and he said it actually wasn't bad. And they had prepared, you know, blankets there for him, so we had the sleeping bag, but he didn't use it. I also did not use the Haaka colostrum collector kit thing. Didn't use that at all prior and didn't need to use it in the hospital. Last time they were worried about my milk not coming in quick enough. And this time, I guess since it's your second baby, it comes in a little quicker. But yeah, I didn't use it. I wasn't hand expressed in the hospital at all. I did not use the Dr. Ho either. And yeah, I wouldn't have wanted it even if I had it in my bag. I didn't pack it, but I wouldn't have wanted it either. Now for a few things that I wish I had. I did not pack any nipple butter with me, and I wish I had. The hospital ended up giving me one. I don't know, it was after maybe almost like a day. So my baby was born in the middle of the night. So it kind of threw everything off. So maybe it was like later the next evening or, you know, that day in the evening that then I had asked for some and they did bring some to me. My nipples were definitely sore, and so I would have wished that I had that right off the bat. I also wish I would have asked for help with like the latch or making sure she was latched on properly. So yes, of course I'm experienced. I breastfed my first baby for almost a year, but it's very different feeding a like 12-month-old to a newborn and teaching that newborn how to do everything as well. So I think I would have preferred to have gotten some help, like reminders right off the bat, because, you know, I had like that false sense of confidence of like, like, oh, I know how to do this. And then, you know, she didn't have a proper latch, and then I got so sore. So if I could have avoided that, I would have. I would have also much preferred to have my nursing pillow with me instead of the air mattress and sleeping bag, because I'm sure I could have fit that in the suitcase. And again, that would have just helped with getting her to latch on properly, because yes, you can use pillows, but I mean, having to move, you know, it's like you get comfy like laying or rest in bed, and then you have to like sit up and like move all the pillows and have one under your arm and under the baby, and it just becomes like this whole ordeal, and it's not that comfortable, and it'd be so much easier, convenient to have a nursing pillow. Yes, there's other ways, you can use those other pillows, that's what I did, you know, I got through it. But just to have that extra sense of comfort, I would have brought that with me. And so a couple random notes. So I did not use the notepad. Last time my husband and I were both writing down, and so having a notepad was very useful for us to both be able to access that easily, and he's not big on apps. This time I just used the Huckleberry app. I was using it lots with my first to track everything, and it was so much easier for me to just have the app track all the diaper changes in there, all the sleep, the feedings, like the meds, everything. Like that app is amazing. Highly recommended. You cannot go wrong, and it doesn't even cost anything, so it's amazing. Having my own blanket. It might sound silly that I brought my own like little cozy blanket, but it was so nice, because I mean the hospital was cold at night, and yes, there were the blankets, but it's like, again, when everyone's like half asleep, or you know, Ryan's asleep, baby's asleep, for me to like get up to go in the hall to go get something, or call a nurse over, and then like she might wake everyone up, you're already getting interrupted so many times, you just, I don't know, I just didn't feel like it. So having my own blanket just felt so nice, cozy, like a piece of home. I don't know, I really enjoyed having that. So the wipes container with my own wipes. I didn't realize how much I was actually going to enjoy having that. I thought it was just kind of an extra that I liked having last time. But this time it just seemed like so much more important. So when, you know, I'm laying in bed, my husband's asleep, baby needs a diaper change, like I don't want to have to get up to go wet those silly wipes to come back to change her. Like it's so much easier just having everything you need for a diaper change right in front of you. The snacks, those were amazing to have. I did not have any in labor this time because it was so short, which is amazing. But I definitely wanted them after labor, and since she was born in the middle of the night, like, you know, you can't just get snacks and food whenever you want, you know, so I definitely enjoyed having those. The hospital would bring me the meals, but it's like, I didn't know what time they were bringing me food, and it's like, if I'm hungry, I'm hungry, and breastfeeding, I get so hungry. And we had ordered in some food for ourselves as well if we skipped the dishes, but just having those snacks and juice boxes, I really enjoyed that. Okay, so I think that's all I can think of what I would have done differently with my hospital bag. The main thing for this experience would definitely be to have a grab-and-go backpack. Because I remember thinking I really wished I had my labor combs, and you know, I was kind of like weighing the pros and cons. I'm like, okay, I could tell Ryan to go get them, but then he's gone, like, you know, while he goes to the car, because again, it was just parked at the drop-off. So if you went to the car, you would have, you know, had to go move it, park it, bring the whole suitcase up, dig it out, find what I need. So weighing the pros and cons of, do I want him to go do that, or do I need him to just stay by my side? So that would have, anyway, I'm rambling on, but that would have been my main thing, is to grab a backpack, have it within the suitcase that is easy to grab and go. Okay, anyway, back to the video. Hope you're enjoying this journey along with me. Again, 38 weeks, so it could happen anytime. We'll see now. I do hope this video was helpful to you. If it was, please give it a like. I hope I was able to mention a couple things that you may not have thought of yourself. And if you're packing your own hospital bag, then good luck to you. Just do it. It'll feel good to have it packed. It doesn't matter if you do it super early or not. Just get that list written down. You'll feel so much better once you do. Stay tuned for some more videos, and I'll see you guys in my next one.